and discuss. Okay. What about here? Anyone? At least one. Okay. So discuss and give her the answer. What about this one here? Okay. At least one, right? Two. Okay. Could you help? Could you come over here? Okay. Come over here. So no one here, right? So you can discuss and then talk. So I think that now all the girls, do you have classes? Okay. All right, so we will get started. Okay, so give you time to discuss and then offer your response. Okay. Okay, so who is interested? I think in coding and then I think who's Jerry? Hi. So very interested in coding and what? And programming. Okay, coding and programming. Jerry. Okay, good. Hey. Where's Laura? Where's Laura? Laura? Oh, okay. All right, next one. Olivia, where's Olivia? Okay, so Olivia, you're writing it very. Are you still writing it now? No. Okay. I think it's it's really good to feel this out. Okay, so Olivia writing curriculum. Anyone else can also write well? Okay, very good. Okay, Olivia. Next one. Doris, okay, so fast. Hey. So who is not from Taiwan? Ali, where are you? Okay, so she's not from Taiwan. Where is she from? Indonesia. Okay, all right, good. We got so many answers, different responses. But the answer should be Matilda. Where is Matilda? Okay, do you still remember what she said? She said she wants to take courses at NTU. And she is very determined that she wants to be a diplomat. 在外交以后你们外交领事人员 We will be able to see our Milta there. Okay, Matilda. Okay. All right. Dora, so you are beautiful. Okay, we got two. Like, so we have students coming because I remember them very, very well because they are unique in some way. They are strong in other, they probably, because of the training of their background, their language skills probably are not as good as those graduated from primary languages, but they are strong in other skills. Okay, let me give you one example. See, right now when I'm sharing this story with you, I still remember this particular student because she's from interdisciplinary program. Okay, I actually have two cases. The first one is, I remember that was the very first course, and we had a student coming from Japan. Okay, so let's say it's a group like this. Okay, so when they have their first assignment, and I walked around and I gave comments, okay, to all the students. For us, this is a very common practice, right? You wrote and then the instructor gave you comments for you to improve next time, right? Or for the following assignment. However, this student coming from Japan, she thought that she was terrible. And that's why I gave her comments. Because probably she didn't have this kind of experience before. And I thought it was quite normal for our local students, right? But for her, it was the end of the world. And she started crying. And then everybody was shocked. And she said, I'm going to fail the course. Okay, and then nobody knows what to do at that time. And then at this moment, it was the student coming from this interdisciplinary program. Not anyone from a primary language department, but that one from interdisciplinary program. And she quickly hugged her and said, oh, we are all here. It's okay. We will help you out. It's okay. It's okay. We will help you out. Okay, don't worry. So that student, where is she right now? And we still have a very close contact. She is right now at TSMC. And I think she really deserves that position. She's good at, her professional knowledge. Okay, she's from kids. She's part of her background. And she's also very good because of the double major here. So she's also good at, using English. And she's so welcomed and loved by her supervisor because her English is so good. She said each time when they have a meeting, because TSMC is always, all the leaders have to be kept informed about the most updated technology, right? So they have engineers from foreign countries and give them updates in English. And at this time, the supervisor always wants our the 学姐 to go with them because our 学姐 is really good at listening and take notes. Okay, and afterwards give a presentation to help everybody understand the most updated technology information. 有没有厉害？有没有？哈？你说我 ？What does that to do with 股票？ Why should I answer the question? Probably not directly, but others. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So can you tell? That's the first instance. Okay. So I think the ability, everybody, the ability is not only about how good my English is. I think your 学姐, she's good at many different things. Okay. One of them is really understand people and show the empathy. And that's why she's so welcome. She's so welcome because of her, I think, personality and characters. Okay. The second instance I want to share with you is also another student coming from interdisciplinary program. Okay. Her English, again, is not perfect, but I really, really, what she did in this course really impressed me. I still remember when I asked the student to, okay, now you have different groups, and then suddenly I realized, oh my God, this group only have 2 students, and this group have 4 students, and then the rest all have 4. Okay, So my challenge is, who am I going to ask to move to the other group, right? Apparently this group only have two students. Okay. But even before I say, maybe I show my facial expression. Oh, so what am I going to do? And one of the students from interdisciplinary program, she raised her hand and said, 老师，那没关系，那我去哪一组好？我觉得哇，这学生真的是，你看他会 think ahead and really knows what right now what's the problem and how I can help you out. So oh my God. So you can try to see like right now if the student needs any kind of help, I will definitely help her out because she knows how to help others. Okay. So once again, it's not only about your academic performance. Okay, academic performance has been very important for all of you, and that's why you are here. Okay. However, I think this is another stage. Okay. You really, we, not only you, we all need to learn something else in order to help us move on to another career path. Okay. What they need is not only your English ability. A lot of people is really good at English, so you are not particularly different. Okay? What makes you different is other abilities, such as what I said, that you can really sense people's need and you know how to respond to others. And that's what makes people really, really appreciate you from the bottom of their hearts. Okay? Okay, am I making the idea clear? So try to learn something else, okay, besides what we have been working on, English, okay? Although it's still important. That's why we are here, right, in this program. Okay, all right, so I think that's the end of the game. Okay, so we have the podium, so who is it? Ali? Okay, so Olivia, where's Olivia? I haven't seen Olivia. Oh, Olivia right here, and then last one, Dora. Dora? Oh, right there. Okay. Hey, congratulations. Okay. All right. All right. We'll try to fix the problem next time. Okay, next week. We'll try to include everybody. Okay, next week. So that means whatever covered in our class, that we're gonna have this kind of like a game and test, okay, in the following week, okay, as a way to help you recall and review. Okay. Okay, now let's talk about our syllabus. I think we didn't finish. Okay, there are some reminders. Did you go over the syllabus? Did you have time to go over the syllabus? Yeah? Anyone have specific questions to ask before I give you my reminders? Any specific questions you would like to ask? So no questions? No questions? Just one reminder. Last week, okay, you were asked to finish your reading and writing autobiography. Okay, I went through each one of your reading and writing autobiographies yesterday. Okay, some of you will get reminders from our TAs because
you either missed some of them or probably you didn't really get the questions right. So TAs will help you, okay, to like complete this task, okay. So if you were contacted by our TAs, so please update and revise and upload it again. Okay, so that's our reading and writing autobiographies. Okay. And I realized that your high school English teachers, okay, really did a very good job. They worked so hard, okay, on your reading and writing to help you get here. Okay, so you should feel grateful, okay, to them. Okay. They did a very good job. So based on what they did, okay, they help you to read. Many of you said that they help you to get the major ideas, enhance your vocabulary size, okay, help you to understand the meaning and discuss the content. They were all, they did so well. And here you are at the college level. We're gonna move on based on what you have learned. We're gonna move on, okay? And right now for week 2, starting from week 2, okay, to week 5, okay, we are going to build, okay, help you understand. So what does it mean by critical literacy? Is critical literacy critical thinking? Is critical literacy equals to critical thinking? Okay, keep this question in mind because I'm going to ask the question again and again. Is it? Okay, is it equal to critical thinking? Okay, if not, what else? Okay, and I got some blind messages from our classmates right here. If you feel that you don't understand the assigned reading, please don't panic. It's normal that you don't understand the concepts yet because it's pretty new for most of us here. Okay, and then we will be using at least 1 month to build the concepts. Okay, so please don't worry if you don't understand the ideas yet, okay, because you haven't built any knowledge yet, okay? All right, we will help you gradually to get the main ideas. And you don't have to understand every single word, okay? The point is about the major ideas, okay? So just try your best to read and try to make sense of the reading. And when you are in class, we will spend time to discuss what exactly, okay, what are the major ideas there, okay? All right, so let's move on to the next part. So this is the major part, is because it's reading and writing, so you're gonna have a reading and writing project, and we are gonna spend several weeks from week 6, okay, and to week 10, okay, week 6 to week 10 to work on a project, a writing project, okay. So what are you going to do right now? I think what you can do are 2 things. One is, okay, look around and see who might be your teammates for the final project, okay? You have several weeks to make that decision. Second one is start thinking, is there any interesting topic that I would like to explore further? Okay, and particularly a topic that you can take some action. Okay, a topic that you will be able to take some action to make some change. Okay, right. So 2 things starting from right now. Okay, so I don't want you to feel like I'm so rushed. No, don't feel that way. Okay, right now this is week 2. Start thinking about your members. Start thinking about an interesting topic, okay? So when you get together, then you have, like, for example, 4 or 5 of you get together, you have 4 or 5 possibilities. Then you can decide and pick one, okay, as your group project topic. Okay. Now let's move on to, okay. Then what about next stage? Next stage is, okay, this stage, okay, stage 4, taking social actions. This one here, I think this is pretty unique for this course, and it's also one of the key features of critical literacy. Key features of critical literacy, because I think like conventional reading and writing is that you read and you write, and then your teachers give you comments and feedback, and that's it. Okay, that's it. However, this course, okay, our reading and writing course, because this is critical literacy, so we are going to take some action based on the reading and writing materials that you have created. Okay? Is that clear? So this is a bit different from what you had before. I know some of your classmates, you might have this kind of project, similar project, okay? But I think ours is, you have a group members and really to decide, and then you have people who get involved in the final project. Okay. So this is stage 4, okay? And lastly, okay, we're gonna move on the very last weeks. Okay, week 15 and 16 is we're gonna come together and try to see what we have learned from the whole process. Okay, and I'm going to have like individual and group interviews with you, each one of you. So if you have any plan, like, oh, I'm gonna go for a family trip, okay, I wanna travel anywhere, please schedule your travel after the date, okay, because our course, this course will not end until December 17th. 哦，如果你要跟家人去玩的话 ，after December 17th. All right, and now I'm gonna move on to something important reminders. You will see. I know you 们很重视成绩, right? So let me make this clear to you. Let's see. So how you will be graded. So this class, okay, you know that I'm going to give you many in-class tasks, okay? And then you're going to have individual paper. Individual paper is part of the final group project. Okay, so your project is a group project. You have a big theme. Okay, under the big topic, you have subtopics. So each one takes one part of the subtopics of the brain of the big topic. Okay, so you will have individual paper. Okay, and then you have action, taking action group project, like. Based on the topic, you go ahead and take some action. Okay, so that's part of the grade. And then definitely you have your reflection papers. You want to share with me what you have learned from the whole process. And lastly, it's about the attendance and participation. Okay, so every week, did we talk about attendance and participation last week? No? Every week, okay. Let me make this clear. You are expected to arrive at class on time. Okay. So if you are more than 5 minutes late, okay, you will be marked as late. And then the attendance record grade will be taken away. Each late, 5 points. Each late. Let's say you have 2 lates, then we will take away 10 points of this attendance grading. Okay. If you cannot make it to the class for no reason. You didn't show up, you didn't give me any reason, I don't know where you were, I'm sorry, I'll take 20 points away. 20 points. So that means what? If you're like 2 absences without any reasons, then your attendance and participation will not be good. Okay, so I think I'm reasonable. If you cannot make it, for example, you are sick, okay, and if you really, it's so sick and you are not able to write me an email, I can understand. But if you do this every week you are sick and then you are not able to write me an email. Okay? So if you cannot make it, just let me know. Okay? I really expect you to send me a message telling me why you cannot be here. Okay? So far so good. Any questions right now? Now, let me move on to notes. I think this is equally important. The first one is, I have already given you, the course content and every week, but I think let's remain flexible. Flexible means sometimes I feel like you probably need a bit more time, so I will probably adjust the content, take something away, or like adjust the content a bit. Or probably your final project, you need a bit more time, so I might use some other times. So a bit, just let's be flexible, because our goal is to try to get this, accomplished. Okay? 好，这个可以接受吧？可以吗？有些学生说啊，你的 syllabus 就写这样，你为什么要改？全班都跟不上，不改是怎么样 ？Right? So do you understand? Nobody wants to like 老师不是闲闲没事做，在那边乱改。就是同学写那个 final comment 说，老师没有按照那个 syllabus exactly the same。然后我觉得okay, so I should make this clear. Okay, if we don't have to make any change, oh, that would be great, right? I don't have to make extra adjustments. I need to do that because I do see some issues. So we need to adjust a little bit. So I hope you do understand. Okay, next one. Okay. For this assignment, okay, usually for the regular one, don't worry about hard copies. But for your final project, the group project, the final one, I do expect you to have 2 submissions. One is online, and the other one is a hard copy. Okay, so 2 submissions, but that's only for the final project, the final one. You don't have to do it every time. Okay, so that's the final one. Okay, and then don't worry, we'll give you the submission date and time. Okay. All right, and then point 3, let me make this clear, okay? Class participation refers to active engagement in both individual and group tasks assigned by the instructor, both inside and outside of class. Okay, you might wonder, what is outside? Later on, our TA will explain to you, because we are not meeting on Mondays, right? Remember? But it doesn't mean that we do nothing. Okay, because we have designed something else for you to cover that Monday class. Okay, so our TA will explain that to you. And then you are expected to play an active role as an active learner, constructive peer. This is constructive, means I also think this is important to learn. Okay, I know when we have group discussion, okay, it's quite normal that we don't take everyone's suggestion, right? Because sometimes you don't think that's a good idea. Am I correct? So, but I think the issue is, how do you say it nicely? How do you say reject an idea nicely? Okay. So I think this is also something we should learn in the group discussion. Okay. Let me also share something with you. 我看过你们有的学姐，她是这样子， 他就是听你讲，但是我觉得他是把时间停下来，但他没在听你讲。什么意思叫没在听你讲？就是你讲什么，我讲你的，然后我就是等一下该我就讲我的。And I guess perhaps she doesn't know how to like interact with people, like how to say something that part of it you don't agree or part of you agree and you want to go further. Okay, so this is also something we have to learn. And this is for me is extremely important. Okay. 你看，你想说这个老师好可怕，怎么都注意这么多？可是因为都有很多的 discussion，你们在讨论，我也要 do my job，所以我一定会听，对不对？我一定会观察，我一定会看同学都在做什么，所以我就会看到这个状态，来就是真的有学姐是这样，不要说死学长姐都这样子。有的，不可能说有的，而且是少数啊。然后因为是少数，所以我觉得我可以把它我就是提醒你们 ，OK？ 就是我想，怎么会有人这样子呢？就是你讲什么，你讲，然后讲他也没在听他讲什么，就继续做他自己讲他的，你懂吗？就是你如果跟他同一组，你有什么感觉？你想他，你有什么感觉 ？How would you feel？如果你讲什么，你们那一组就有一天没有到，你会什么感觉 ？How would you feel? Embarrassing. 哦，会觉得不好 ，embarrassing. OK， 还有没有 ？Just feel embarrassed. What else? What is it? Oh, frustrated. Okay, yeah. Very sad. Very sad. Yeah, feel like they don't respect me. Okay, you feel like you are not respected because 什么？我刚刚说的好像没有算数啊，就他们就做他们自己的，有的还有整组3个人联合欺负1个，就是他讲什么东西。对，所以这个真的要学。And I hope that this wouldn't happen. Okay, in this course. 我再讲一个，我每次听到我就 so many stories。我记得光是一个小东西，我都觉得原来这个对学生来讲也会是一件事情哦。就是最后那个 project 是要去外面有 action 嘛，然后我那时候就说要把那个过程给拍下来。那我怎么想象？我当然晓得我的想象是拍下来就是大家我不知道怎么样，我没有想很多，就是说把过程拍下来，然后弄成一个5到8分钟的影片，然后也都结束了，他们那一组表现都非常的好 ，really impressed me a lot。就是学期结束的时候，其中有一个同学跑来跟我讲说：“老师，我有个事情要跟你讲。”什么事？因为学期都结束了，就结束了。我觉得我的另外那3个那个 team member 很自私怎么为什么？老师你知道吗？他们3个永远都在镜头外面，然后我都是长镜的人，就是他都是拍的人，懂不懂？然后他们3个都是在acting out。好，我问你，如果你是老师，听到他这样说，你的反应是什么？你的反应是什么？好，他想要在影片里面但是他就没在影片里面。好然后还有没有什么反应？他觉得分工没有分好。好，还有没有 ？What else? She wants to let me know she has learned something. Oh, she wants to let me know that she did something for a project. She was a cameraman. Oh, okay. What else?
Would you feel empathetic?
You feel empathetic for the student, or you ask me to? Oh, part of me feel empathetic. Part of me feel like, huh? Like next response is, why didn't you tell them? Why didn't you tell them? Why didn't you say something about,下次，因为那个不会是一次去就弄完，或者是一整天可能有3个小时，你也可以说，下1个小时，你们其中有一个跟我换一下当 camera， 然后让我去做访谈，知道吧？搞不好这2个做访谈的觉得他们 working harder， 搞不好他觉得，我们还要想问题然后还要这样子，我们很辛苦啊，那个 camera man 怎么那么轻松啊，就拿着这个这样而已。可是 in fact, she probably feel like I work harder because it's difficult to, like to be a cameraman and to have a good shooting angle. Okay. But the point right now, I think here is that I was thinking, why didn't you say something? If you really want to take the other role, different roles in your project, okay, then say something. Say that you also want to take a different part of the roles. 这样好可惜，对不对？都已经学期结束，而且他们那组做的非常的好 ，so impressed， 真的是我超赞。可是最后他的感觉是，老师，我觉得他们都好自私哦。我说哈，最后这个 project end up somebody being not very satisfied and feel like probably like she felt like she was unfairly treated. She was not treated fairly. Okay. So, okay. This is part of the learning process. Probably she didn't feel that way until the very end of the project. Okay. Perhaps probably in the process she didn't feel upset, but until the very last moment. Okay. But I just want to let you know that a lot of things could happen in the project process when you are working on the project. Okay. So again, it's a learning process. Okay. 好 let's move on. 好，这一点就有一点那个了哈。Students are expected to finish your breakfast. 这个 for some students this might be challenging. Okay. 然后我知道你们有一些课老师是 OK 的，但是呢，很不好意思，你们可能下学期别的老师就 OK， 但是我会真的希望你们9点10分来的时候，那个早餐是吃完的 ，OK？ 因为我觉得我们有很多的 discussion， 然后3个人在讨论，然后让1个在吃，因为吃就没有讲，就没办法讲话。然后我觉得对你的 team members 也是，我觉得 you have to show your respect， you have to show that you are ready for the class。OK， 所以 finish your breakfast。But if you, okay, 这就是 your own decision. If you decide you want to have your breakfast, you want to stay outside, that's also your own choice too. Okay, 那我就会看在眼里说，好 ，you chose not to participate and then rather you want to have your breakfast. You can also make that decision. But I expect you to come and then finish your breakfast. Drinks are okay. Drinks are okay, but no breakfast, no food. Hamburgers, okay, French fries, and alright, all the smells, and then you are busy eating. Okay, sorry. Okay, alright. Okay, and then did I mention about cell phone? I think cell phone is also another issue too. We will be using cell phone in our class when you expect to use cell. Okay. Other than that, I expect you not to use your cell phone, particularly your social media, when you are not supposed to do so. Okay, it shows the respect for the instructor, TAs, and also your team members. Okay, your classmates. Okay, I think. Okay, let's move on to point 7. Did I get high marks? Okay. 这个课会不会给很高分？会。Okay. If you did your job, okay, you will be able to get very high marks. Okay. 我不是一个吝啬的人，你只要做得很好，分数都会拿得很好。Okay. But no show up，就没来了，那我不知道他在干嘛，作业没交这种的。Okay, second one 就是 always late for class。哎，常常，刚刚我这样点一次，我就会知道，我每次来哪一组谁还没来，我那个印象就很深刻，你就一次一次刻在我的脑海里，对吧？每次没有准时来，我就会记得你，那刻2、3次，我就记得很好，right？ 好，所以这个就是 I know sometimes you do have some reasons. Life is full of all changes. 我也一样啊，就是上次上这门课的时候，还把自己的脚摔断、摔碎了，看多惨，都没办法来上课。Okay, so I think life was full of accidents. I do understand that's okay. 但是没来由的，就是常常这样。我在乎的是常常，偶尔真的 unexpected， 这个很可以理解，没有问题的。但是你就是这种经常性，只要没来就是你，只要还没来就是你，那 ，OK， 好。And thirdly, irresponsible learning behaviors， 就是该做什么你就不做什么，不应该做什么你就在那里做什么。Okay, so I think for me it's irresponsible. And lastly, indifferent collaborators or peers， 这个当然很难什么认定，有时候会觉得很主观。可是就我刚刚讲的，其实你当 group members 你是可以感受到，然后大家都想要一个可以互相关怀的 group members。我觉得被